Hi Filippa, I'm Andrea and here is my story. I'm 52 years old. I'm living in the Netherlands with my husband and our 2 children. I had a normal pregnancy, normal childbirth, no complications, and nowadays I'm in a postmenopause situation. Last December I suddenly felt a bump and I was in shock. I could hardly breathe. My thoughts were racing. What could this bulging in my vaginal opening be? The GP diagnosed mirrored bladder prolapse and recommended physiotherapy and Kegels. How did I feel? I felt fear. What will happen now? How long does it take and will it go away at all? I felt continuously the bump between my legs. I was tired and disappointed. It was in vain that the GP jokingly said, "You won't die in this." At the age of 52, this is not how I imagined the second half of my life. I started doing Kegels, but after 2 weeks I get cramps. I felt sick and I felt that it was just not good for me. I've always did exercises, and in the recent years yoga has been preferred and the meditation, because I felt that it calms me down and brings me into my inner world, and this was also a big help. I want to specifically know what was going on with me, so I asked for an appointment with the gynecologist in January, but I just get in May. So I felt that I couldn't sit relaxed until then, and started looking for answers to my questions. How does anyone else experience this situation? And I was shocked that so many women suffer from pelvic floor dysfunctions, and so many are ashamed of themselves. I was able to talk about it with my friends, with my family, husband, children. And it's surprising how many women in my environment has the same problems. But we don't talk about it because it's just not a topic. And I can understand those women who doesn't dare to talk about it, even with the family. And it's no good, of course. I found your No Kegel System program on YouTube. I also visited the website at the time, and I watched all the videos. When you mentioned someone, I searched for them. I listened to experts about the beneficial effects of scar tissue massage or fascia. A new world opened for me, and it felt very good that you talk about situations, feelings, and states of mind that I was in as well. Here in the Netherlands, almost only physiotherapy and Kegels are recommended for any kind of pelvic floor dysfunctions. They haven't even heard about hyperpressive, and they don't recommend vaginal steaming either, because it causes infection. I felt alone, but your exercises, meditation, inspiring and helpful films gave me strength. I'm Hungarian origin, and it is nice to speak 5 languages, but when emotions come forward, I have to listen to the meditations and the exercises in my native language. So there was nothing else left for me. I translated the exercises, the meditation for myself. I recorded them in my own Hungarian voice. I did the same with Abelo's hyperpressive exercises. And this technique was good for me because I had to listen carefully the instruction in order to do it correctly in the practice. Personally, I always had a discipline to achieve something. My goal now, of course, getting better. I think it's a long journey, so patience and attitude is very important. There are days when I'm frustrated because I feel like my condition is not improving. But you talk about this in one of your video, and it reassured me and gave me a strength, and I'm so thankful for this. My current condition can be said is stable. There are already easier days. It is certain that my condition did not getting any worse further, so I experienced this positively. Sadly, that the woman's pelvic floor problems receive so little attention. Our medical science cannot be so superficial that it neglects this part of our body where a life develops and then is born. And last but not least, here is my mindset. I went to the gynecologist in May, already quite prepared. Thoroughly examined, and yes, bladder prolapse grade 2-3 could be fixed only with operation. Risk 25-30% can come back again. No way. On the way out, I thought that the examination found everything good, for the most part, uterus, ovaries, everything good. So I said to myself, you knew that you had a prolapse. There's nothing surprise. Would you have been happier if the doctor said that the prolapse has reduced? But here I see something on the ovary, and this should be further investigated. Would I be calmer? I don't think so. We have to put the situation into perspective and not to passive, because no one can heal for us. No one. We have to do it for ourselves, and we have to find out what is the best way for us, for ourselves, because that is also very important, that the way how you want, that the way how you should do, you have to do that. And luckily we have an internet, so we can find a lot of answers for our questions and help. I'm very glad that I found you and your method. Thank you very much.